As many know, this individual Epstein, as you see here alongside Donald Trump, has been spotlighted in the mainstream media for the longest time. And many people, while I was making videos on the whole Charlie Kirk saga, were telling me how this news story was a distraction off Epstein. Absolutely not. Again, if it's spotlighted in the mainstream media, it's their creation. And of course, coded with the number 33 as always. And this is a very important point to make. There's many truthers that are not touching upon the number 33. They actually mock the truth about the number 33 and the Masons that are controlling the news. They're not giving the whole truth, the real truth, when it comes to number 33. Instead, they mock it, even though it's in plain sight with all these news stories. Obviously, we're going to see here with the so-called 33 pages of the Epstein files have been released. And how people don't get it, don't understand how the world's a stage, a Masonic stage, with the number 33, in this case, the dual 33s, with Donald Trump and the whole Hillary Clinton episode. And again, with Charlie Kirk and the number 33. And that gets more into the topic when it comes to the number 33,000. I have to explain this, where the zeros mean nothing in numerology. It's just the 33. And it goes back in time. A lot of people, in truth, haven't been around long enough to understand this. I covered this way back over about a decade ago with the whole Kim Kardashian hoax and supposedly having her jewelry taken from her apartment in Paris, France. And as you can see here, supposedly the individuals that took her jewelry, they dropped a cross pennant. And I find it interesting. Again, the 33,000, the 33, and the cross. So many people know supposedly Jesus Christ passed at the age of 33. It's not mentioned in the Bible, the age of 33. But this is the age that many believe. But again, the whole point of the number 33 and the cross definitely scripted to play out this way in the world stage. And many people are missing this point. That gets back into this individual. Again, the 33,000 files. Take a look here. People deny the undeniable. This is Epstein's supposedly last girlfriend. This is obviously world stage theater with this one female. Take a look at the name here. Her name is Karina Shulayak. And obviously the number 33 in numerology with the name. How people deny the undeniable when it comes to number 33. The fake truthers, they don't touch upon this. And just take a look here with this specific news story and the gift that Epstein supposedly gave her. It was a 33 karat diamond. Of course, diamond is 33 in numerology, and you have the obvious 33 karat. So, again, everything is coded, and I have to really emphasize this. Truthers, so-called truthers, are not touching upon the numbers. They're not to be trusted. They're either gatekeepers or just plain ignorant of the numbers game that's being played. That gets back into the name itself, the surname, the etymology of Epstein. I mentioned this before in a previous video with Donald Trump, where Stein means stone. And when you have the Ep, basically it means water, stone, as you see here. As you can see, Epstein is primarily a small hat surname derived from a German town. As you can see here, spelled with two P's, Epstein, meaning water, stone. And of course, stone, when it comes to stonemasons, just like I pointed out before several times with this one individual, Sam Houston, the so-called pioneer of a nation, and of course, Houston, Texas, named after him. And here you see, again, pioneer. I should mention pioneer in numerology is 33, and the double E's, you flip them around, you get your 33. And obviously all the Masonic symbolism, because obviously he was a Mason, and when it comes down to it, with Houston, it means the hewers of stone. They just remove the E. And all the variations on the name Houston, as you can see here. And again, Houston and the variations. And that gets back into the 33 matrix, as I pointed out many times over the years with Bill Gates. Bill Gates in numerology is 33. As we can see with this news story with 33 million. And of course, when it all went down, You had the story with the kids wearing the gold and blue's 33. You got the bricks in the background. Of course, the 33 face coverings on the ground. And even the 9 and the 11 when it comes to the foot position. Everything about this. And by the way, their names in numerology, both of them, it is 33 with the two brothers aged 9 and 11. So here's a prime example of a coded news story with many 33s associated with it. And here is the CNN official website where you're going to see this, as I pointed out, the 33 masks. And the two names. See here, Danny Isway and Jojo. Just take a look here. And again, 11 and 9 or 9-11. And there's Danny Isway, however you pronounce it, 33. And let's put Jojo in there. You think this is some chance or coincidence? You're out of your mind. For all those that deny the 33, you're gatekeeping or you're just plain ignorant. And those that deny this, again, they are gatekeeping. Look at the date here, just a day prior as well. September 10th. Unbelievable. And as I mentioned before as well, when it comes to Bill Gates leaving Microsoft, retiring after 33 years. Of course, it all has to do with the fallen angels, a third or 33% that were thrown from heaven, along with Lucifer, as I mentioned many times. Just like David Letterman, and retiring after 33 years. And of course, Letterman being 33 numerology. And also when it comes to Letterman, take a look here at this photo. And the Masonic hand sign, the diamonds, like I mentioned, diamond is 33 numerology. And look at these two buildings that came down after 33 years. The North Tower construction started in 1968, August to be exact, to be precise. And of course, coming down in 2001. This is made to happen. So your dual 33s in plain sight when it comes to Letterman. The tower's coming down after 33 years. In all the news stories, once again, that I covered over the years, a lot of these people that claim to be truthers weren't even around when I was making videos about Boston way back in 2014 and well before what supposedly went down in Boston. But take a look here at Zarnaya's hat. Obviously, the 3 and 3 for 33 with the coated hat, and of course, the black horse, which is biblical. Mention the topic of the 4 horsemen in the Bible. And of course, the finish line of the Boston Marathon, where this all took place again in 2014. 666 Bolston Street, and once again, the color coordination with the gold and the blue. And I'm going to harp on this. People in truth that are not covering the occultic side of things, they're not giving you the full story. They're just telling you events are fake, they're fabricated. That's not enough. There's a lot more to it that people are not touching upon. And I'm going to be the one that has to do it because no one else is doing it. Absolutely none of these truthers are covering this. And it's a real shame. And that gets into the more topics when it comes to the world stage, such as individuals as Matt Lauer, as you see here. Supposedly, what went down, all the so-called controversy. Then he says, in this news story, it states how he's going to chill in his $33 million mansion and play golf. Give me a break. And all the other news stories that are spotlighted, that people try to claim that are real, just as you see here with Scott Peterson. And obviously, they only cover what they create, as I stated many times. And these people, these authors that make these books, they're in on it. They're part of it. Just like you see here with Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, and getting this straight, West 33rd Street renamed Muhammad Ali Way, as you can see here with Madison Square Gardens in the background where he boxed. But of course, Cassius Clay, his real name, of course, the CC for 33 initials, and Cassius Clay numerology is also 33. And that gets back on the topic with the 33,000, as I showed earlier, with Epstein and Kim Kardashian. Many might know or might not know that Kardashian's dad, as you see here, Robert Kardashian, Robert being a 33 name, he was the lawyer of the bogus O.J. Simpson trial. Simpson is 33 numerology. I was the first to make videos on this well over a decade ago with the whole entire O.J. Simpson trial hoax. As you can see here, there's many 33s associated with this, but one is the Goldman family suing for $33 million. And this video is really about emphasizing the number 33 and so-called truthers denying it. We'll get more of that later, but take a look here. When it comes to more 33s and these news stories on the world stage, and specifically the number 33,000, which this video is really about. And it's this one flight attendant supposedly surviving after falling free fall from an airplane at 33,000 feet. Give me a break. This is absolutely ridiculous how people buy this. This is from 1972. This is how far back it goes. It goes back even further, of course. But take a look here. Supposedly after falling 33,000 feet in the hospital, and she has this little toy soldier, and I'm not sure what this is, but covering the right eye. So there's always the occultic side of things that people are missing, besides the number 33, and covering the right eye. We know this is all about, and this is the one-eyed God, their God, so-called God, Lucifer, the eye in the sky. And of course, the coming Antichrist is blinded in the right eye, just a single eye. This is what it's all about, and that gets into this topic here with the video I covered many years ago, back in 2016, with this child supposedly losing both of his parents, being spotlighted on CBS. And what do you see? The all-seeing eye, their God. And I mentioned how everything is arranged with this staged news story. And you see the Spider-Man in the back. And he's wearing, this kid is wearing these Spider-Man gloves. And why is that? Again, coded Spider-Man's 33 numerology. Let's take a look here at what is stated. And again, more 33. So people can't claim this is just a coincidence with the Spider-Man, as you see here, dead center, and the gloves as well when it comes to, once again, the number 33. Let's get right to it. As this child, Jaden Hayes, goes around the country, supposedly, and listen to the number of hugs he's going to be giving out as he makes his tour around the country. Take a listen.
On to purpose.
I'm counting on it to be 33,000.
33,000? That's a pretty big goal. You think you can make that goal?
I think I can.
So obviously, this is made for the world stage, made for television programming, the orange wall. And this kid is obviously not sad. You know, this is the Matrix, the 33 Matrix, and they only spotlight what they create. And then a few years later, they followed up with this news story with the same child wearing the orange Spider-Man shirt. Again, your dual 33, the Spider-Man 33, the orange being 33, the blanket as well. But take a look here as they pan over to the man doing the interview for CBS. Take a look behind him. What do you see? The checkered flag. And of course, all to do with Freemasonry. And some might say, oh, this flag here, the kid, he's a racing fan. It has nothing to do with Freemasonry. Give me a break. Okay? Even look here at the Indy 500. Just so happens to have 33 race cars during the event. To those that deny the undeniable, there's nothing you can say or do. They'll just deny the reality of the number 33 and the Masonic Matrix. Now let's get into this topic here with this one individual. Take a listen to Richie from Boston, who I call GoFundMe from Boston, in this total gatekeeping clip and denying the number 33. He also mentions the number 15. I mentioned before, the number 15 is the sign of the cross. When it comes to the Germanic runic wheel, and you see here the number 15 is the sign of the cross. So definitely a Freemason. I have zero doubt, with more evidence coming up, that Richie from Boston is a 100% Freemason gatekeeper, without a doubt. But let's first off take a listen to this clip and more evidence to come.
Number 33. Check this out. If you're still following YouTubers whose only information is decoding the number 33 and the way people hold their hands and stuff, guess what? 15 years ago called, we're done with that.
So what is this we stuff? He's trying to use emotional manipulation with his audience. You only speak for yourself. You only represent yourself, Richie. And obviously you're a Freemason gatekeeper, keeping people away from the real truth about the number 33. And he was a plan from the start, and I knew that. Even though I had him as a guest on my channel, I know a lot of the people I speak with, they're working for the other side. I just play dumb and go along with it. But no doubt whatsoever, with evidence besides this obvious gatekeeping on the number 33 and hand signs, when it comes to Freemason symbolism, take a look here. And you clearly see Richie from Boston doing the Masonic hand sign. And just more of the same. More Masonic hand signs. And what do you see here? Coded with the number 33 in plain sight. And you're going to see it right here where it says Forsaken. A little bit of a close-up. And you see the symbolism, the pagan symbolism as well. And again, the 33 in plain sight. His Richie from Boston YouTube channel, the URL. Let's get a little bit of a close-up of that. And it says here, user 27 Tub Guy. So what is 27 Tub Guy? Just so happens to be 33. You want to answer this question, Richie? What's up with that? You're denying the number 33 and saying avoid people covering it, but you're showing the symbolism and the numbers with your channel. And not only that, take a look here at his Facebook page and his cover. 300 years of Freemasonry, 1717 in 2017. It's still available in his album and his official Facebook page. So still there. This is from 2017, but it's still there in his album. And take a look here, as I covered before, ODD TV and Richie from Boston and ODD TV doing the Masonic hand sign. People need to understand they're controlling both sides of the debate. The mainstream is controlled, and the majority of your alternative media guys, they are controlled as well equally. They're controlling both sides of each debate. You see people propped up. I'm going to touch upon ODD TV as I've done in the past. During this interview way back, the guy here wearing the Masonic t-shirt, ODD TV once again doing the Masonic hand sign during this TV interview. So again, these gatekeepers need to be exposed for what they are. And I can't say it enough. 33 being prevalent with these so-called truthers. Fake Jake with the 33. And you see here Matt Powerlin and the 33. And of course the orange for 33. So you're dual 33s. But getting back to Richie here. The final nail in the coffin as far as Richie's concerned. Take a look here at this photo from a while back of Richie. Does this look like a Christian to you? I don't think so. And when I make that claim, I just don't use one piece of information. Take a look here from Richie from Boston's Twitter account, as you see it from a while ago. You can see Richie from Boston. And look what he's following. This page on Twitter. Now, of course, called X. So again, I'm not just working off one piece of information to come to conclusions. It's not flimsy information. It's very solid with everything I'm showing with all these individuals, not just Richie, but all these gatekeepers, as I shown, again, doing all the Masonic hand signs. And again, Richie here in this video clip, denying the 33, and the number 15 was mentioned once again. Now, to conclude, I saw this video clip a while back, about 2 years ago actually, and this is from Richie's channel, Jailbreak Outlander. And what do you see here during this intro? Richie driving through a tunnel. He moves the camera to the right. What do you see? Your dual 33s in plain sight. Very important to mention with this clip is I'm going to play it slowly. It's not by chance or coincidence. As you see him go down this tunnel, he's going to veer to the right to make sure he captures the dual 33. Take a look at the camera angle as it makes its way to the right to make sure to pick up that number 30. You see it turn right there to spotlight it. It's not by mistake or coincidence or some chance, like some people would want to believe. He's clearly panning to the right to capture the dual 33. And it looks like there's some previous graffiti here, and this was done over it just for this clip. And you can see previously driving through the footsteps. This is all pre-planned to show through symbolism what he's a part of, and that is Freemasonry. And one last time, as I show the camera pan to the right to make sure to capture the dual 33, just like I've shown many times with this Grand Southern Commander when it comes to Freemasonry and the dual 33. And as always, everything is in plain sight.
John chapter 9, verse 24. Whereas once I was blind,